Alright, so this is my first like riding video. I don't really know how to do these. So if I sound like I don't know what I'm doing, that's probably why. And my phone's about to die, so it'll work out. And there she is, there's the Challenger. Look at that beauty, that beaut right there. But anyways, I just wanted to touch base with everybody. So I kind of got away from the whole GTA scene, and a lot of people, some people, I'm not gonna say a lot, some people know that I wanted to go into the more gaming content, but that wasn't my thing either, because I got bored as fuck from that, I'm not gonna lie. So also, I don't know how I sound because of the mic, the DJI mic. So I did an installation video on that. If you want to see the previous video for that, you can. But I'm trying to make it back because you know, my visor, I can't really see at night, so try to make it back before it gets too dark and I can't see. But no, I wanted to go into more moto and car stuff, because that is what I'm really into. Now that my younger brothers are getting motorcycles, I kind of wanted to expand into that kind of mindset and region. So this is, like I said, my first moto video. I don't know how the quality is going to look. I don't know how it's going to sound, if it's going to sound muffled or if it's going to sound raspy. So I'm going to have to tweak with the settings and see how it goes. But if you want to know how to install the stealth mirrors or the tinted windshield, I will have links for those in the description as well. But yeah, like I said, just wanted to touch base, create some car meet content, riding content, kind of moto vlogging, just talk about, you know, current stuff going on in my life. As some of you know, I've changed my Discord around to be more car related, and I want to encourage a wider audience to be a part of that. So if you have cars, not so much like Grand Theft Auto cars, because that's just irrelevant. Nobody really cares about your modded GTA 5 car. But if you have a bike, or you have a nice car, or a burnt out car, or a rebuilt car, whatever the case may be, feel free to, you know, put that in the Discord. You know, talk about it, reach out to people, you know, build a community. And that's really all it's about, to be honest. So yeah, let me know if this is going to be a good change for, you know, my brand. And like I said at the beginning of this, I no longer do 5M content, and honestly, I think 5M's just dead in general. I think it's all the same old people making the same stuff. And you know, that's never fun. It's just, 5M's just so competitive, and a lot of people just, I think the creators just suck, to be honest. Like everybody's out to get themselves or better themselves and put other people down. And a lot of you that, you know, are community members, not so much creators for it, can probably relate to that by seeing how each other creator talk to each other and put each other down. So that's kind of why I left that community. It was just toxic, to be honest. I mean, everybody's going to do what they do. Let me know what you guys think of the video quality too, because, you know, obviously you can see the sun's going down, so, you know, we're doing a you know, first take in the night kind of thing. Hopefully when I get back into the city, you know, there's some light and stuff like that. I plan to make content that relates around, you know, customizing this bike. You know, I bought it stock 7 months ago, brand new, and I've only hit 1,000 miles just recently. And the only changes I've done is I got underglow. Obviously those aren't on right now. I've got underglow, the stealth mirrors, the visor, or I mean the windshield, and I kind of want to tune it. I have a new exhaust coming for it, so stay tuned for that video. That's going to be interesting, to be honest. But if you hear like a little clicking noise, that would be my hoodie straps like flying around hitting my helmet, which I'm trying to grab and I can't seem to grab them to put them into my hoodie. So but yeah, I really want to know if this is going to be something people will enjoy or interest people, and that's going to get really annoying hearing those little thump noises. But I truly want to know if people will find interest in that or if I'm just doing it to do it. But either way, if nobody has interest in it, you know, it doesn't bother me because I'm still going to do it at the end of the day. So if there's people in like, you know, the Nashville area that want to collab with bikes or cars, I'm open to that as well. You know, I'm always down to meet new people that ride. Like I said, my younger brothers are about to get their first bikes here next month, so that will be very interesting. You'll see them more, hopefully, in some upcoming videos. They drive some really, really nice cars as well. It's always nice to have, you know, family members or friends that share the same interests as you, and then you can like explore and share that with others. So I think that's really cool. But yeah, right now I'm just driving back from my my family member's house. This is a perfect time to like floor it and just redline it, but I'm not gonna do that. I don't know, I might do that. It's tempting. Oh man, I love this bike. And if people want to know how to ride a bike, you know, maybe that's something I'll do, because when I first learned, I watched a lot of videos, I'm not gonna lie. There was one YouTuber or one Instagram short guy that I would watch, like Instagram Reels, and he helps me out a lot. His name was Ninja 400 or something like that. But this man like told you everything you really needed to know, whether it was an Instagram Reel or just like an Instagram post. Oh, that sucks. This whole car is open. What the hell? But no, he told you like everything you need to know, like when it came to like knowing the fundamentals of a bike, what you should do on a bike, you know, the leaning and twisting and turning, counter steering, stuff like that. It's very helpful to like know stuff before you hop on a motorcycle for the first time. And especially taking the MSF course, that really helps. Especially if you're looking at buying gear and whatnot, like that discount, the card you get from completing that class is like 20% off or 10%, depending on where you go. I know at Cycle Gears in north of Nashville, they give you 20% off on that, all that stuff. So, you know, you can't really beat that. But look at that sunset, that horizon line. That's amazing. I love riding a bike. If I can ride it when it was hailing, all right, or raining, or super cold out, I would, but I just can't do it. I don't think anybody can, unless you really, really got to, okay? There was one time, all right, story time. There was one time during the winter, just recently, where my car battery died because of how cold it got, and I had to take my bike in like minus 10 degrees. It was like really -5, but it was a lot colder. It felt like riding it, and you don't want to know the amount of layers I had to wear just to ride my bike. That was like the most pain in the ass thing I've ever done. But no, I love my bike. I think the ZX6R is by far probably one of the best starter bikes. And a lot of people might disagree. You know, some people might say it's too powerful and whatnot, and or some people might say like that's too high of a CC to start on, like get you a 500 or 650 or a CBR 600. I was trying to talk to them when they were buying a bike, but it all comes down to personal preference of what you want. But like, don't beat the hell out of it when you first get it. And especially don't try to like show off on it either, because you will go down. New people buy a bike and they try to pop a wheelie for the first time, not knowing the weight of the bike, and that thing just shoots out from under them. Yeah, just be smart about it. Just don't be dumb. But yeah, I want to know also what do people think about the cosmetic upgrades. I'll leave a link to my Instagram below as well, where people can follow that and see the changes I've done. I hope this guy doesn't pull out in front of me. There's a lot of people that do that. So always remember to ride safe. You'll have those people that think they can beat you on a bike, like when they're turning over, and sometimes, well, that's really badass. Look at that. That's fucking cool. But you'll have people where they get in this blind spot or mindset, right, where they can turn right or left and without looking right, and they'll just like completely cut you off thinking that they can make it. So always take your time, like be very observant, especially if you see somebody turning, you can move over to the right, just go ahead and move over. Don't challenge it, and don't even second guess it, because once you get to second guessing, it's going to be too late. So just go ahead and move over as quick as you can, I guess. Yeah, so the mic I'm using is a DJI Mic 2. I know it's kind of big than the DJI Mic Mini and the DJI Mic 3, but it's all personal preference when it comes to mics that you want to use. The reason I like this one is because it can connect, you know, via Bluetooth. I don't have a wire coming from my action camera just to record what's in front of me. And honestly, with this visor, the mirrored visor, I thought I couldn't be able to, like, I wasn't going to be able to see anything. I can still see. So it's kind of impressive actually how they've designed it. I'll try to do it like a color screen so y'all can see what I see. It's like a little bit of tint, but it's not too bad. Like, it's like the mix of a, I don't know, like a 35% tint, you know, from your side windows if you have any. You know, some people with 20% will know, oh, well, that's too dark, obviously. But it honestly looks like I have a 35% shade of tint. Also, one thing I'm going to have to do is upgrade my SSD card, or not my SSD, I'm thinking of PC stuff, but my SD card for my camera, because the one I'm using, even though it says it's 32 gigabytes, it's only giving me 30 minutes of video footage, which is kind of crazy. So I don't know if there's something wrong with it, or I'm stupid and somehow I formatted it bad. Man, some of these cars, like, if anybody's noticed, like on the roadway, some people's cars are like, they got brighter headlights than they should. It's like a goddamn searchlight just staring in your eyes, like, wha-bam. Kind of wild that people need those brighter lights, but I definitely love this windshield. It's not clear anymore. Like, it actually like looks tucked. Like, I don't know if you can tell in the video, but just seeing the dials or like the display without seeing like a clear glass right here looks so much better. But yeah, guys, if you liked this kind of video content, then be sure to give it a like. You know, let me know in the comments if I rambled too much. I'm sorry. You know, I'm trying to get used to, like, you know, the moto vlogging and moto content stuff. It'll be more like shorts, you know, not really talking and stuff like that, just clips. But no, I definitely want to get into this where I'm riding the bike and I'm ranting to some. Oh, look at this guy. What a Chad right here, fellas. What a Chad. I just want to get into like being more communicative and more social with people, which I find having, which honestly I have a hard time being social as it is. So I feel like this will open me up to be more social with people and more communicative and kind of outgoing, just meeting new people and getting into the new scene of stuff. Sheesh. I don't even think they stopped right there. They just kept on going. They were like, oh, fuck it, there's no cars. But yeah, let me know. Give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel, you know, for more moto stuff and car stuff. I plan on doing some upgrades to my Challenger and also putting like internal cameras when I'm talking. I currently have a 360 camera for it, but I use that for my bike also. So the channel's going to primarily be car a car enthusiast YouTube channel now. So you'll see my brother's cars on there whenever they want to be a part of it. I know they're really camera shy, so whenever they feel like being a part of it, they can be. Whenever you see us driving out in the city or whatnot, you know, not doing nothing dumb, okay? If we're doing something dumb, then it's not in this country, okay? Just a disclaimer, it's in Mexico or something. Even though it might look like the States, but it's not. It's just a filter. I promise, that's just a filter. But yeah, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, comment in this video what you guys think of GTA 5M as well. Where you think that path is going. I'm really interested to hear what people got to say about that. And if you want to join the Discord, the community Discord, that link will be in the description also. And show me your build, show me your bike, show me your car, what you've done to it, introduce yourself. And hell, you might meet somebody in the same state as you, and you guys become like good buddies and whatnot, and you know, go to meets. So that's the whole goal at the end of the day. Create a community where people can meet other people, very positive, you know, non-toxic, and just being yourself, you know, just be you. But I'll catch you all in the next one. Hopefully it'll be like daylight, you know, we won't have like a sunset in the distance, but I'll see you all in the next one.